to take a shower. We don't take shower the whole body. We don't touch our hair. Our hair, you don't touch your hair. But parts of the body you can wash. So in order to do Hefsek Tahara, you need to wash a part of the body. It's not a problem at all to wash yourself with hot water and soap and liquid soap or whatever. It's not a problem. And right afterwards to do Hefsek Tahara. On Shabbat, we don't open hot water. So Shabbat, you have to clean yourself in a primitive way. You take hot water from the urn in a utensil, either in the sefer of Netlat Yadayim or in a small pot or something. Take it to your bathroom. Add cold water because it's too hot. Okay? And with some liquid soap that you have, wash just there and rinse with water and do your check afterwards. This is regarding Shabbat. Same if you have to do it also on Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur we don't, it's the same like Shabbat. Tisha B'Av, which we usually don't take showers, and better not hot water, because we don't do it for pleasure, okay? You do it on the cool side, of course, the water, not too hot, cool water, but you're allowed to wash just that place to be able to make a check right
Warm water.
That's allowed.
Huh?
With warm water on the area?
With warm water towards the cool, but not so cold. It doesn't have to be so cold if you're afraid to get, it's not healthy for you. You're allowed to, because you don't do it in order to enjoy. You just in order to do the check, it's okay. Okay. Paper is not enough to do a check, because paper can tear and rip, right? And but if, let's say, a woman didn't have a choice, she didn't have this piece of material, she didn't have an old cotton at home or an old underwear or something, and she couldn't cut or whatever, and there was no way, she's stuck somewhere and she had to, and this piece of paper came out full, didn't rip or whatever, so it's okay. Some people say it's okay. Woman cannot do a check with just a finger, because this doesn't count. It's not good. They say that if a woman is very sick and she cannot stand to do the check, from all kind of reasons that she has, she can lay down and do the check and reach as much as she can inside, and that's okay too. This all is about Hefsek Tahara. This is from the Torah, right? And it's a must. Now there's another check that people do, and for Sfarim is a Chumrah, for Ashkenazim it's a must. And this check is called Moch Dachuk. Moch Dachuk is another piece of material that we take, and we insert the Hefsek we did before sundown. It could be 2 hours before sundown, could be 1 hour before, half an hour before sundown, right? This Moch Dachuk has to be done at sundown. At 8:28, this is when we insert it inside. And it stays in the body. It stays in the body, you insert it, and carefully you just remove your finger. The place is tight, so it will hold it, and this is the purpose that we have this tail in here. And put on, of course, your underwear. Maybe it's not so convenient in the beginning until people get used to it. And it stays there. It stays there till when the stars are coming out. About close to 40 minutes it stays inside. Okay? Better not to, especially if it's not convenient for you, don't go around, sit in one place, read something, relax, or whatever, if you're able. So, this Moch Dachuk is done because a lot of people say that, as you just take a shower, so it's easy to make a check and it's going to get clean. Let's put it inside for a while and see if the uterus keeps sending dirt, leftovers, blood, or whatever. So this Moch Dachuk stays inside for a while. As I said, if women has problems with the moch, many women are so sensitive in there that when they do a Moch Dachuk, it cancels the Hefsek Tahara because moch always comes out not good for them. So she should ask a rabbi what to do. The rabbi may tell her for a while not to do these checks at all. This moch bechuk, Hefsek, she must do. Moch, he will tell her for a while not to do until, I don't know, her body changes, a cycle, or hormones change, and or whatever, and then she may start doing it later on. Now, when it's time for her to remove it, she pulls this piece and she checks it the same way that she checks the Hefsek. This check could be a bit darker than the first one because it stays in there for a while. And again, if it's good colors, light colors, it's okay. If it's darker colors, it's a problem. So she should ask what to do. If a woman has an IUD inside, IUD means it's a device that for prevention, so or from any other reasons, she should ask. She can make regular checks, not a problem. Hefsek, regular checks, no problem. And if she has stainings in between, this is when we come now to 7 clean days. This is when she should ask the rabbi whether she does the checks during the 7 clean days or not. Usually we say Hefsek Tahara is a must. Okay. Then, Hefsek Tahara, as we said, let's say it was Tuesday afternoon before Sunday, it's a must. Now, first day of 7 clean days. First day of 7 clean days, a woman must do a check too. Usually, during the 7 clean days, we do these checks twice daily. One in the morning, upon arising from your bed. You were sleeping, you were laying down, and one you do after a whole day of being active, when your body is standing, ready, and sometimes it's easy for the uterus to sense dirt and leftovers, after a whole day of being active. And some women, their uterus, their body is this way that they get their discharge during the night more than during the day. So therefore, we check the body in 2 different times: after a whole night of rest, after a whole day of being active. Okay, these checks during the 7 clean days, you don't take a shower before. You can take shower anytime afterwards, but not before the check, because we want to see if you're clean. Okay, so
For the second check? For the first
now we're
check?
talking about 7 clean days. Before we spoke about the Hefsek Tahara, now we're talking about the 7 clean days. These 7 clean days, you don't have to take a shower. You shouldn't take a shower before, or wash yourself, or clean yourself before doing the check. Okay, and this check don't have to be so thorough and deep, and you have to touch all the folds there. Just in and out. It doesn't have to be so deep, and doesn't have to go, because we just want to make sure that it's all okay and it's fine and it's normal, right? This we're doing during the 7 clean days. A woman can have, let's say, a small lining the liners, right? These liners are considered paper, so if there's any stain on it, it's okay, because it makes it easier if woman needs to. But of course, it's better that she's having her white cotton underwear, so that if there's anything, she can see.
There's also color liners.
Hmm?
There's also color liners.
No, wait,
There's colored liners? Oh wow!
Yeah, they sell it in the
It's all-
pharmacy.
in the pharmacy, right? Or is it local?
Why? For what
For this
reason?
reason, like for the women who have problems staining, they don't want to see the
They
color.
meant? Just Jewish pharmacies, I guess. They have it. Just for the knowledge, I heard it's not so healthy to wear black underwears.
Help.
Yeah, it's not so healthy. It's better to wear white. I mean, I guess other colors is okay, but to have always black, they say it's not good. Okay. Okay, so this is Let's say a woman forgot to do a check during these 7 clean days. As I said, let's say Hefsek Tahara is here. The 7 clean days starts here, twice daily. One in the morning, one afternoon before sundown. One in the morning. Let's say Friday morning she forgot to do a check. She remembered just Friday afternoon. It's okay, so she can make a check on Friday afternoon if she forgot. It's not, she doesn't have to start over or something. Even if she forgot to do a few days a check, of course it's not good, but if she forgot, it's fine. She could continue counting her days. And if she witnessed some stainings in between, and then not in the checks themselves, but in there, and she thought she's not clean, even though she, let's say, didn't do a check that afternoon because she wasn't sure if she's clean or she's not clean. She has to start all over. She will ask somebody what to do. She can still continue. You know, if she realized the next day that she's okay, that she's clean, she counts her days. She continues counting her days. Not a problem. A woman that made only 1 check at a day instead of 2, it also counts. It's fine. If she didn't do checks at all during these 7 days, just the first day and the last day, it counts, as I said. Okay? A woman that didn't do the last day, forgot, and she remembers when she sees that the sun is starting to set already, she should do on the spot check. And if she sees that she's clean, she can start preparing herself for mikveh and go.
Wait, even when it's dark?
I said when she sees that the sun is starting to set already, it's already, I don't know, a few minutes after sunset. And she sees that she didn't do, because she needs to start preparing herself for mikveh. If she sees that she forgot, she can do a check at that time, at that point too. Therefore, I always advise the brides, people, whoever, to do checks in the mornings. Why in the morning? It's kind of a routine. You anyway go to the bathroom. Yeah, you have to wash your hands, you have to wash your face, you have to brush your teeth. One of the things that are routines you have to do is also, because afternoon all kind of things can happen, and you may forget, and when you forget, it's a problem. So in the morning, if you do it, it's so much easier.
So as long as you have 1 check done, it's fine.
As long as you have 1 check, yeah, it's fine. Okay. Some say that woman has to say with her mouth, I'm counting today the first day, I'm counting today the second day. So they say, Safra, she has to count 7 days. Some say she doesn't have to, whatever you used to. The 7 days have to be straight 7 days. You cannot say, okay, you cannot count 2 days and then 1 day, let's say, you had bleeding from some reason, and then, okay, now only 5 days to count afterwards. No, they have to be 7 straight consecutive days. Okay. What else here? If a woman made a mistake, I didn't really want to touch this. This is the question. If a woman has this kind of question, she should call and ask what to do. If she made a mistake and she counted only 6 days, and she went too deep on the 6th day, even though she was with her husband, it's still a problem. It's not good. She has to. He says there, wait a few more days until she goes again to mikveh. So it's a problem. Or if she realized that mikveh wasn't kosher, or she has to come back for that. Minor things, well, we'll talk about mikveh later on. If she wasn't sure if she had something here or she had something there, for these kind of things, if she wasn't sure, we don't send woman to mikveh again. But stuff like that, it's a problem. This is 7 clean days, and this is mikveh. I want to tell you, because women keep all these distances and they don't come close to one another, husband and wife learn how to communicate, not through touch. And this is very important, because a lot of them, they don't know. I heard today somebody, a rabbi, that say that the first year, a husband's obligation is to make his wife happy. How he makes her happy? Bidvarim. Woman, what she wants from her husband.
Attention.
Huh?
Attention.
Communication. Communication. She wants to talk, and he needs to learn. Even though guys are usually very, they're not talkative and whatever. He has to learn. These are the things that make her happy, not constantly, let's say, jewelry or all kind of gifts. It's important. It's nice, but it's not the only thing that woman is looking for. Communication is very important. And even though we don't speak about communication, I just want to say that communication, to learn how to communicate not through touch, is very important. I want to tell you something. It says, once I told you, and sometimes people, when they don't understand, they think it's nonsense. It says that if people are not able to hold themselves, and God forbid, they have relations while during the 7 clean days. I'm not talking about the 5 bleeding days, because obviously women, she doesn't feel comfortable when she's bleeding, and usually people, but during the 7 days. So they say that children that comes out from this type of relationship could be yeladim metzoraim, with tzarat. Tzarat, we know today we say it's leprosy. But what does it mean tzarat? Today we don't have leprosy usually. So how can we say that kids are coming with leprosy? So they say not dafka tzarat. In Hebrew tzarat, the shorish, the word tzarat has the letters tzadi, resh, ve'ain. Every combination that we have with these words, with these letters, is tzarat. Tzarat could be blessed. Tzarat could be Yeled atzur. Atzur means he's very restrained. He's very closed up to people, introverted. God forbid, I don't want to say that people who have relations, in this time, they will have children that have autism. But what's the definition of autism? They don't have
No eye contact.
skills of communication with people, usually. This is the type of these kids that also atzur. I say yeladim betza'ar. They suffer. They will suffer. It's hard for them. Aritz, the same word, the same letters. Aritz is a tyrant in Hebrew. Children that like to control other children, or be controlled by other kids. It's either or. Kids that are either lonely because they don't know how to get along with people, or they want to be with people but they're suffering so much because they don't know how to handle. They don't have the right touch with they don't know how to communicate. This is a problem with. And it's interesting. They say that couples that touch each other before the woman goes to mikvah during the 7 days. So the children that will come out from this type of relationship will be the children that do everything too early. Like these couples did it too early. She's just 8 years old. This girl already wants to put on makeup. Already she wants to get attention from boys. Already she does all kind of stuff. Boys too early want to touch girls, want to hang out, want to watch all kind of movies, wants to get aroused, too early. The problem of this generation is that they're getting married too late. It's not that but
Yeah, but they're not really
yes.
holding themselves back too.
Midrash Be'alkut Shimoni, I don't know if you're aware of this Midrash, says something so interesting. We think that, if people do have relations during the 7 clean days, in the beginning, okay, so they could wait. Why can't they? Why they have to do it right away? But if they do it towards the end, maybe it's not so bad. Midrash Shimoni Yalkut Shimoni says, if people have relations, Parashat Metzorah, Taf Kuf Nun Chet, it says, if they do it in the first day of 7 clean days, so this boy that will come out from this relationship could be this boy that suffers, like Metzorat, Tzarat, Atzur, all these things that we mentioned, up to 10 years. If they do it in the second day of 7 clean days, up to 20 years. If they do it the third, the longer it gets, the harder it becomes. Why couldn't you wait? You have just a few more hours until she goes to Mikvah. Why couldn't you restrain yourself and why you have to do it? It's very strict. It's not so easy like you think. And it says, and if they do it on the 7th day, a few hours before she needs to go to Mikvah, the child, אינו יוצא מן העולם עד שרואה פירותיו מקולקלים. לא עלינו. Usually people, how many years they live? 70 years. He kind of a promise that his kids won't be good children. So we have to learn how to hold ourselves, how to what is if we understand the significance of this mitzvah. We know also that mitzvah of family purity, it's a mitzvah that really shows if you have Yirat Shamayim or not. If you keep Shabbat, people out there see. You don't drive a car, you go to shul or whatever. If you keep kosher, they see which restaurant you're getting to, this. People see if you keep Lashon Hara, if you talk about other people. People see if you, I don't know, if you wear tzanua, people see. A mitzvah of family purity, nobody knows how exactly you do it in your own house. Even your children, close relatives, friends, they don't know unless you talk about this. So, because this is a mitzvah between us and Hashem. And Amaral say that that men and women on their own would never be able to get along together because they're so different, they're so extremes. Unless Hashem is with them. כתוב איש ואישה שזכו, שכינה ביניהם, so Hashem is with them. There are 3, in the Zohar HaKadosh it says, there are 3 people who prevent the providence divines, the Shekhinah, from coming to their home. Whoever lives with a Gentile woman, with a Goya, whoever does abortion, lo aleinu, okay, and whoever lives with Isha Nida, with a woman that she never went to mikveh. So these 3 people, they prevent, they evacuate Hashem from their house. This is what happens. And we have to be careful from that. Let's finish with an example. So there was this couple that were not religious. Obviously, they never knew how to come close to each other. It was always through touch, through, that's what they know. Once they had a problem, their child was diagnosed with cancer, lo aleinu, and his wife, because she was a nurse, she decided that she goes with her son to get some treatments in a hospital in Boston. They had to go for several months to get treated there. So she prepared him food, and she made sure that her family or his family will come and will take care of whatever is needed. So somehow for first 2 weeks, 3 weeks, he was okay. And then he started calling her, come back, come back, come back, come back. It's hard, it's hard. And then one day he called the rabbi and he asked him, theoretically, if my wife is not available, if a woman is not available to her husband, can a husband go and have another woman or something like that? So the rabbi asked him, what's the problem? Why is asking that? And he explained him what's the problem. Of course, the rabbi took her phone and spoke with her and convinced her to come back because it's very hard for him and so on and so on. But from another example, okay, there was this other couple that the wife got a phone call from her father. He lives in Israel. And he told her, I broke my leg, can you come and help me? She was the only girl and she was living here in the United States. And of course, her husband let her go. She went and she helped him for the first month. And meanwhile, they call a woman from the Philippines, this is how it's in Israel, to come and live by him. And until they found this person, until they filed papers, until he came, then she had to stay even more time to help him out, to show him, to teach him a little bit, to tell him what's okay, what's not okay, how it's done. And she extended her ticket and she had to stay. But this guy never thought of, God forbid, he collapsed, cannot get along. Why? Because this couple they were keeping laws of family purity, and they based their relationship not only on touch. So once he was lacking it already, he didn't feel like he's falling apart. They knew how to talk to each other. They knew how to communicate. They knew how to express feelings without touch too. So, B'ezrat Hashem, let's pray that Hashem will protect us and we'll learn how to do this mitzvah 100%. And always with purity and kedusha and tahara. Hashem blesses. B'ezrat Hashem will bless your house. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Questions? Yes.